What is going on, collective? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Adam Raw. Like, comment, share, subscribe. So oh, you know what, I forgot to mention this. I am so sorry for everybody that's been posting in the comments and stuff like that, showing love and stuff like that. I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I have not been checking my comments at all. Normally I turn them off because, you know, I get people who come in here and they be trying to basically trying to advertise stuff and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I normally just like cut it off because I'm like, you know, I ain't think too many people like, you know, respond or anything like that, you know what I mean? But for those of you who do, you know, I just want to let you know that I see you. I love y'all all. You know, I'm gonna pray for you guys and stuff like that, make sure everything's cool and stuff like that, because you know, you never know what somebody else is dealing with, you know what I mean? So yeah, I did get I got quite a few downloads today. I had a lot of people playing in my energy today too. So yeah, it was quite a few downloads that happened today. I want to start by saying, first of all, when these downloads come out, the person who's guilty is going to automatically try to start a fight over this. So, I mean, basically, that's how you know somebody is butthurt, you know what I'm saying? Because this message is just a general message, you know what I'm saying? So, if you get offended by it, 9 times out of 10, you know, I'm talking to you, you know, and I'm not going to hide it. And it's just like I said in the previous videos, you know, if you ever say you heard anything about me, any rumors and stuff like that, I am not here to clear no rumors up. I don't clear rumors up. I just agree with it, you know what I'm saying? So, if somebody do, you know, put me on blast, put me out there, or say something, or whatever, regardless how outlandish or whatever it is, just know that it's true, you know? Yeah, it's true, all right? Now, let's move on with the message. Anyway, so today, the vibe that I was just chilling, you know what I mean? And, you know, just minding my business and stuff like that. And that's when I got a couple of messages. I had got a message about a bishop at a church. Now, at first, I'm like, a bishop? I'm like, what did that got to do with anything? Like, bishop. But, yeah, I saw bishop. I saw 187. And I saw 1984. So this could be a bishop that was either born in 84 or something happened in 84. But the vibe that I was getting was that there's a bishop at somebody's church that it was involved in a murder. Okay. Not just that, this bishop was involved with some sex trafficking ring or something like that that's been going on at the church too. So, you know, because the vibe that I was getting was like, it was kind of like this bishop or this respected person at this church had sex with an underage girl or somebody that was underage at the church. And it could have even been his own daughter. And he had a baby with that girl. Now, to keep anybody from saying anything, they bullied this girl. They bullied her. They took the baby from her and bullied her to keep her from saying anything. You see what I'm saying? And I don't know where the baby is right now, but I know they took the baby from her. I think they put the baby up for adoption or something like that. Or, you know, you never know. But I also saw 187 out here, so I'm praying that they didn't kill the babies. You know what I mean? Also, I was seeing the 187 kept coming up when it came to a bishop as well. I don't know if you're dealing with a bishop as well. Another thing that was coming up was that there's a bishop behind a murder plot threatening to kill somebody. I did get quite a few, you know, threats today too. So maybe I'm reading on my own energy, but I did get a couple of threats today. I did, you know, I had somebody come through talking about they were going to kill me and blase, blah, blah, blah. You know how that go. People always talk about what they're going to do, but never to actually do it. You know what I'm saying? They always talk about, oh, I'm gonna. It's like, okay, any day now. You know what I mean? Like any day now. Like, you know, it's crazy because when I was going through my spiritual warfare, somebody, you know, it was just like a fear tactic at first. This time it's a little bit more than that. But it was a fear tactic at first. You know, they was talking about what they were going to do to me and all this other stuff or whatever. And at first I'd be all mad and riled up and I'll come on home, you know, ready to, you know, fight or whatever. But nobody would show up and everybody would just be laughing like, ho, right? But like I told you in the previous video, like I was like, you know what? Since you in front of all your friends and stuff like that, I'll put my house on the line. If you can whoop my so-and-so, I'll sign the deed over to that house to you right now. Nobody ever showed up. To this day, nobody showed up. Nobody. I don't know about you, but I definitely would have fought somebody, win or lose, for a house, you know. But that's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just me. That's just how I do. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is, right? So, anyway, I'll say all that to say this. There was a murder plot, either that or somebody's trying to set somebody up. Now, the vibe that I was getting was that somebody needed either me or you. Well, it happened to me, but I'm just going to say, you know, I'm just going to be upfront and say that it did happen to me. And I'm going to tell you what I think is going on, just in case you guys can relate to it too, right? Now, what was going on was that somebody was doing spell work to get a confession, basically, or trying to get you to say a certain set of words in a row, okay? And what they're doing is they're doing that so that they can record it and say that you are a threat to them, so that they can hire a hitman to come and do something to you, and the hitman don't serve time for what they did because they already got caught trying to send a hitman to you. And not just that, they also are trying to find things on dirt on you. I know you've seen that in the other readings, but the reason why they're trying to find dirt on you is because they owe you money, and in order to keep from paying you the money, they're going to try to say, if you make us pay this money back, we're going to say this about you, in a sense. You get what I'm saying? To try to make it where they keep the money. Basically, it's like a ransom. So I did pick up the vibe of a ransom out here too. Now, I also picked up the vibe of, like I say, it was a church member that was having sex with these kids in the church. But also they were running a sex ring, a pedophile ring out of the church. And I want to say it was a Methodist church. I want to say it's a Methodist because it's a bishop. But don't get me wrong, bishop could be, I had to Google it, of course, because I don't, you know, I'm Christian. I don't know, right? But the only bishop that I knew of was like Bishop T.D. Jakes, you know what I'm saying? But I went to his church. I went to his church a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I know it was a lot of Diddy stuff going on, you know, with him, but I'm going to be honest with you. I went to hear the message, you know what I'm saying? I knew he had all his stuff going on and all this other mess. I knew about all of that. I went to go hear his message. But the reason why I don't go to Bishop T.D. Jakes' church anymore is because every time I pay my tithes, something messed up happened to me and I would lose more money. So that right there let me know that the money wasn't to punish me, but it was to say that I'm not, you know, pointing out fingers or nothing like that, but it just gave me the vibe that whatever he's doing with that money isn't right with that church. You know what I'm saying? And another reader had to point that out to me, and that was Nun, Ghetto Nun. I was listening to her and she said that, and I'm like, dang, that's right, you know. So I want to make sure I give her props, you know what I mean? Because that definitely was what it was. Now, the rest of the messages, I did keep seeing 187. It looked like there was it went from 4 people to 6 people involved. So it is a group of people that's involved, right? But essentially, I don't know if they killed somebody or if they're trying to cover up a murder or what. And I got to thinking about all the dreams that I had about murders and stuff like that. The only ones that came to mind was the time that I seen like this little boy. Because remember I was telling you about the bishop? It triggered a dream. It triggered a memory of a dream that I had where there was this little boy. I think he was with his mother. I think she was like a single mom, but the dad worked all the time. But I guess she didn't want the child. So what she did was she put the child up for adoption, basically. And she took it to this lady's house. And this lady, some kind of way, negligently killed that baby. And I think that baby died because they wanted the insurance policy off that baby. But basically, the baby would stay in the house all the time, stay in his room all the time, play with his toys and stuff like that. Didn't bother anybody, nothing like that. But he had an imaginary friend that he would play with all the time because he wasn't playing with any other of the kids. There was no other kids there. And the lady didn't let him leave the room, kept him in the room all the time. But he called himself trying to go find his mama because he got tired of being there with the lady. And one day she left the baby there by himself. She left him unsupervised. And then he called himself trying to go look for his mom. And he was, you know, he was playing though. You know what I'm saying? Like he was going on an adventure like he do every day. And he jumped over, from what I saw, he jumped over the balcony and he fell from the 2nd floor and broke his neck and killed him. Man, when I saw that dream, I cried, man. I cried like a baby after that. I really did. It reminded me of this little boy that this girl whose son, it reminded me of him. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't mean no harm to nobody. You know what I mean? And he didn't mean no harm. He didn't know what was going on. He just, he was just in his own world the whole time, playing with his toys and stuff like that. And, yeah. And then what really hurt my feelings about it was that the lady covered it up, because this ain't the first time she killed the kid. It was a big white lady. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if a social worker helped her clear that up or not, or what happened, but there was, I got the vibe that there was some kind of death. Well, there's a possibility that it could have been an accidental death or a death with a child somewhere. And I kept seeing 187, 187. Now, the other dream that I had about a murder, it happened on a military base, okay? There's this man, this light-skinned man with a big head. He always traveling for the military, right? Skinny guy, long, big head, right? Always traveling with the military. The first time I had a dream about him, he told me that he was gonna bind himself to me, and he wasn't gonna let me go until God blessed him. And I beat the crap out of him in the locker room, right? I beat the crap out of him in the locker room. We was fighting in there, right? The second time, he was flying out, and he was on a plane, but he's scared of heights or something like that, and he just kept passing out on the plane, right? The third time I seen him, he was on this military base, and 2 dudes that he knew showed up. Matter of fact, I know these 2 dudes. They look like my neighbors, right? And they confronted him on a military base, right? And the dude had a gun with him. I knew it was a military base because me and him was creeping around the military base. But it may not even be a military base. It could just be a housing project where they were building houses. It's a place where they were building houses, right? So what happened was there was a security guard that guarded this place, right? And the security guard had a watchdog with him. That's why it gave me the vibe of like a military base, right? It could not be a military base, but I can say for sure that it is a place where they build houses. They're newly built houses, wherever this is, right? Within the last 3 years, right? So he got into a confrontation with the dudes that look like the people who, my neighbors or whatever. And there's a dark-skinned dude, and then there's another dark-skinned dude that's balding. He's not bald completely yet, but he's balding, and his teeth is messed up, right? And the dark-skinned dude and the light-skinned guy with the big head got into an argument or whatever, because I guess he was hiding from the dark-skinned dude. So what the dark-skinned dude did was he pulled out a pistol. He pulled out a revolver, and he shot and killed the man. He shot and killed him and buried him somewhere in the house that's being developed. So it could even be an abandoned house, but there's a body either in an abandoned house or there's a body built under a house, under a housing project. Somebody killed somebody and hid their body either in an abandoned house or under a house. And at first I wasn't gonna say nothing because I was gonna mind my own business, but they already said that they was gonna, today, especially after today, they came, I just got all kind of energy about how they was gonna shoot me, how they was gonna kill me and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I'm not finna rush home, no, because if I rush home, I'm finna get this money, you know what I'm saying? But when you see me, do what you say you gonna do. If that's what it is. If that ain't what it is, then keep, it's all good. Go on about your life, do your thing. I act like I didn't hear you. You know what I'm saying? People just don't understand, man. But at the end of the day, some people just like to see you like lash out and go, oh, I'm gonna do this to that person, I'm gonna do that. Nah, bro, look, if you gonna do that, do it. If you got the heart to do it, do it. If the heart ain't in you, then okay, I understand. I'm not saying I don't, I'm not saying like you weak. I'm just saying, like, you know, I just don't respect you. Regardless, I don't respect you. Regardless, I'm just gonna be real. I don't have no respect for you. I did see the angel of death out here a lot, though. There was a lot of Archangel Ezreal is out here tough. He's been out here tough since the beginning of the year. So I don't know if somebody keep doing death spells or trying to end stuff in people's lives or whatever it may be, or trying to stop stuff. But that, whatever they did, it was the wrong time to do it. It was definitely the wrong time to do that. You know, I don't know what these people out here doing. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you just don't want to know. Like the download that I had, I really didn't want to know. It's just that the people, you know, who call themselves doing spell work or energy work or projecting or whatever, they want me to be so pressed about them that they come in and they try to like instigate something every day just to get attention, like this video right here. You know what I'm saying? This right here, make them feel good about themselves and make them feel, you know, like, oh, he was talking about me. He mentioned me. He mentioned me. You know, like that cloud chaser thing. You know, but, you know, all attention ain't good attention. And at the end of the day, you just use people like that as a learning curve because they don't know no better. Sometimes you just end up with morons who do moronic stuff. You know, that's just what they do. And I'm not here to judge the morons for being morons, because you can't stop a moron from being moronic. You know, that's just a part of life. To somebody, I'm a moron, and I'm okay with that. To me, you're a moron. See how that works? That's how the ecosystem works. All right, let's pull these cards on this bishop. See what's going on with the bishop here. All right. Yeah, this is definitely somebody in the church. You know what I'm saying? But you know what's weird about the church and stuff like that? And I was saying that tithing thing because, you know, you get a lot of people who go to churches they really can't afford because the pastor keep asking for more and more money. But in my opinion, and I'm a Christian, right? I'm Christian. Now, in my opinion, the church is only as strong as the weakest person. So if there's people in your church that can't afford their bills and stuff like that, the way I see it is that you should collect all the tithes, pay the bills for the church, right? Pay the people who run the church, pay the bills for the church. You know, get your cut out of it or whatever. And then whatever's left should be given back to the congregation and pay their bills, help them pay different stuff or get caught up on certain stuff. And I'm not saying you got to do it all the time, but if you could pass a collection plate around, ask for $1,000 for this, and that, and whatever, you can be getting your people out of poverty. You can be getting your people out of poverty. And I understand also how it works, where if you do it too often, people stop respecting it and they'll start abusing that. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't got it, you just ain't got it. And that's just what it is. And if they don't want to pay tithes, you just let them know, like, hey, that's between you and God. That has nothing to do with me. With that 10%, only thing I do is I make sure the church is good. I make sure the people who run the church is good. I get a little, you know, I get a cut for me to take care of my family and myself a little bit. And whatever's in excess, I put it in a fund and I try to use that towards the church, because that's the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Sister so-and-so out here gave her last $10, $20, and now she don't know how she gonna get to work for the next week because she's trying to obey God. You see what I'm saying? The least you could do is just, you know, obey God and help her. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's just my opinion. So, old deacon, here we go. Yeah, deacon in the church. There we go. The Hierophant, right off the bat. This is somebody who is well respected, well in tune, probably even work with young children, very influential, whether it's influence over young children, influence over people, influence spiritually or in the religious practices. This is somebody who has influence in religion, a religious practitioner. And when I say practitioner, I'm not talking about like lighting candles and stuff like that. I'm talking about somebody who's religious that is in the public. Like I say, a bishop. So the bishop energy came right on out. In front of everybody, this is who he is. But behind closed doors, this is what he is. The 4 swords in reverse. 4 swords in reverse. You know what that means? 4 swords in reverse is this person is nervous. This person's staying up at night. They got something on their mind. They got some demons and stuff hiding in the closet that they afraid to come out. And that's what's keeping this person up at night. Stuff that they've done. See that man? That man is praying. In the upright like that, four swords, that man is asleep. He resting. He's getting, resting and stuff like that. That's why he's stressed out and worried about something. He ain't praying like he's supposed to be praying about whatever this is, or he ain't praying like he's supposed, like he normally do, because he got something on his mind. Yeah, he got something on his mind. Let's find out what's on his mind. You got the Seven of Swords out here. And you got the Knight of Wands out here. Okay, yeah, he did something on impulse. He did some kind of something deceptive here. So yeah, I don't know if he's been stealing from the church. Look like he's been stealing from the church too. Impulse, he on a whim, he been taking something from the church. Lying on the church. You know what? That brings me to something else. You know what? I had a vibe that somebody was in the church telling stories about the 5013 status that they had. Somebody was abusing that. Writing off stuff that shouldn't be wrote off or something like that. That's the vibe that I was getting. But yeah, some kind of way this person has been deceiving people. And yeah, with that Knight of Wands out here and in the seven of Swords, that just give me the vibe of this person ain't who they say they is. This is somebody who lie to people, get over on people and stuff like that on impulse. You know what I'm saying? Might even be promiscuous too. Following his wand. Yeah. Remember I was talking, yeah. Dang, that came right on out. He be fooling people, fooling a kid, whoever he got his authority over, he fooled them into having sex with him. Whether it's underage, whether it's kids and stuff like that, underage kids or kids and stuff like that from the church, youth in the church. Probably even women and stuff like that. Now that I think about it, that's crazy. Somebody couldn't wait for this story to come out. Somebody been trying to, I think that's why somebody was in my energy to begin with, because they wanted this to come out. They wanted me to say something about this because for whatever reason, they can't say it, right? You got the High Priestess in reverse here. Oh, that ain't good. Got the Two of Pentacles out here in reverse. And you got the Three of Wands out here in reverse. So there's a woman in the church that he been working with that's been helping him cover this mess up. For some reason, he's been stealing not wisdom, but he's been robbing. That's what he's been doing. He's been robbing the youth of spiritual power or some kind of spiritual gift or something like that. What he's doing is he's having sex with these underage kids and stuff like that, and he's using this priestess to cover it up. This dark priestess to cover it up. There's a woman in the church that's been working roots on the church for a while now, fam. This is a woman in the church. She worked roots for him. And as a result, I'm thinking he get their energy, have sex with them, and bring that energy back to her for her to use. That's why you got the Two of Pentacles out here. Remember I told you Two of Pentacles has to do with wisdom and experience. In reverse, well, in the upright, Two of Pentacles has to do with wisdom of what you know. The physical, tangible stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, in reverse, it has to do with experience. You see what I'm saying? What you've been experiencing and stuff. So yeah, this person has been yeah, that's wild. Two of Pentacles. And I already hear somebody talking about it has to do with balance and okay, well, whatever the situation is, it's getting out of hand. How's that? Two of Pentacles? Did that sound right? Yeah, I think that sound right. I think it sound right. He had a system, maybe he had a system, or he had a certain way that he do things. But out of impulse, he went towards something. And that right there, out of impulse, he went towards something or went after one of them kids. He went after one of them kids. And like I say, I honestly think that this high priestess was responsible for that, for him sleeping with a girl and getting a girl pregnant up in that school. Up in that church. I think he got an underage girl pregnant, and that priestess did some roots on that girl. Probably even bound her from being able to tell anybody or get anything out. with the 3 of Wands out here. That's planning something but not being able to do it in reverse. Yeah. So it also it resembles binding work, where you plan to do something but you can't execute what you're planning. Yeah, he trying to slow something down. He trying to keep something from happening. Yeah. Yeah. He trying to act, whatever he doing, he acting fast to try to keep something from happening. He's trying to do some preventative work here. Yeah, because some got out of control fast. Just as fast as he did it, some went out of control. And not just that, he probably just went to this practitioner on a whim to try to help, trying to get this situation fixed. Now, you know what? That reminds me of when I first started studying religion and spirituality. Spirituality, the spiritual aspect of spirituality. I remember I worked with this guy, and he told me that the girl he was dating was a witch. And he told, that's when I first heard about the Key of Solomon. Okay. Now, at that time, I had to been like about 18. Was I 18? No, I was 19. I was 19, 20 years old. And I started reading the Key of Solomon, right? Now, he was telling me how the woman who was a witch would do, he was telling me how sometimes witches like her get hired by pastors to do root work on the congregation to draw people in. Root work on the congregation to get them to give more, to call them in, or, and different stuff like that. So I'm getting the vibe, or whatever the vibe that I'm getting is like, this woman is in the congregation somewhere. She's in that congregation. That remind me of when I went to Bishop T.D. Jakes' church. That was the last time I went. No, right before the Diddy situation hit, there were some witches and warlocks that came to the church, and they came to the altar asking for prayer. That right there, honestly, I don't know if T.D. Jakes is listening to this or not, but I think that they transferred a curse onto you that day. And you can go back and look at the tape and stuff. Well, it wasn't taped. He turned off. That was the first time in his congregation since I've been going there that he turned off the what was that? The TV. It wasn't live. And not just that, he was trying to get me to come up to the altar so he could lay hands on me and bless me and stuff like that. And some told me, don't go. Don't let him touch you. Don't let him touch you. Because I know he's seen me in the audience. He's seen my aura and everything in the audience. And he was telling me that I was destined for all this stuff and stuff like that. And I knew he was talking to me. But I was like, no, I'm not going up there. No, don't touch me. It's crazy. Yeah. I got a message for you. If T.D. Jakes is listening, ever watch this video, I definitely have something for you, T.D. I've been holding on this message for a while now, but you've been having witches and warlocks come to that church, and I'm not saying I'm on anybody's side, but I am saying, like, you're going to have that whole church cleansed. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what you've been doing. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But you need to find you somebody who can cleanse that church. Wherever them witches and warlocks been sitting, you need somebody to come in there and cleanse that church. I know you pray about it. I know you talk to God. I know God gave you the authority and all that other stuff. I understand. But I'm telling you the message that I got. It's a certain person that needs to go in there and cleanse that church. Or else you're going to keep having problems. And whatever caused that problem or drew them in, you need to stop. You need to stop. I ain't gonna tell you what to do. You grown. I'm grown. We grown. But I do like hearing your messages. So I go for the messages. Because, and I ain't mean to stop the reading, but I'm just gonna be honest. Because the thing is that every prophet in the Bible has something wrong with them. Has something going on, right? Where people wouldn't want to listen to them. And I'm not saying that to say, no. Well, I'm saying that because of this. The most important thing is, did you get the message? A drunk at the store give you a message. Did you get the message? A crackhead at the store give you a message. Did you get the message? Sometimes it's not about who delivered. It's about the message that you get and if you can use it or not. If you can't use it, leave it. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get to the next one. So yeah, this is what's going on now. You got the Eight of Pentacles out here. Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, he trying to, whoever this is, they trying to get out of this. Whatever this is with these kids, or whatever this is, he trying to get out of it. He trying to get out of it, but he can't. He can't. He's stuck. He's stuck. He's stuck. He's stuck. Hold up. You got the six of Swords in reverse. Yup. That's another trying to escape. He trying to figure out a way to get out of this situation. Yup. Yup. Because it's coming to the light, all that stuff that he did. You got the five of Wands out here in reverse. Yeah, whoever this is, they don't want to fight no more. They don't want to wait. If they was doing spiritual warfare, like say if this person was doing spiritual warfare and stuff on you, they don't want to fight you no more, because once they started fighting you, that's when they energy started leaking out, because this is how energy works. Now, if you ever, there's this, okay, I'll put it like this. When you're happy, okay, basically energy works like temperature, okay? When you're hot, when you're happy, that resembles hot energy, and your energy is very vibrant. It's loose. It's like a gas, okay? It's intoxicating. It's like gas, right? It's flowing everywhere. Now, when you're sad, you're depressed, or you're constant thing, your energy compresses itself as if it's cold. Cold water does what? Compresses into a cube like ice, which is a what? A low vibration. When you on that, when we talk about low vibrations, your energy is cold, compressed like ice. You see what I'm saying? So when your energy, when you're depressed, your energetic field gets closer to your body, which means what? It's thinner. Now, when you're happy and you're doing what you love and stuff like that, you're vibrant and you're burnt. It's outreaching like the sun, which means what? There's more protection. There's more layers to try to breach to get to your energetic body. So if you're going through spiritual warfare and people are trying to depress you and stuff like that, that's why. Because when you're happy, when you're in a good mood and stuff like that, you have multiple layers of protection or of auric body energy field around you for them to penetrate. Everybody can't penetrate all the way through. They need it to be thinner. So what they do is they throw negativity at you. They try to bog you down to make you depressed or whatever, keep drama in your energy so that your energy is low so that they can penetrate through. That's how it works. Now, the reason why I brought that up is because this person, they probably did see you or even me, whatever, as an opportunity to get out of something, right? Which does what? Causes your energy to leak out because there's hope, right? When that energy leaked out and they did what they did, strands of that energy lingers around. Energy can't be created or destroyed. That's why energy is always magnetic. You don't generate energy. You magnetically attract energy. Your body is attuned to attract the energy. You attract that energy from the atoms and the almost like photosynthesis, right? But when you're in a low vibration, you demagnetize, which means only certain energies are able to bind itself to you. When this person was doing this work, they had some kind of hope, and their energy magneticized itself towards, I'll use me as an example. It magneticized towards me, and now it's almost like I could just reach out and feel that energy and just tap right on in. I don't need to go through no Akashic records. I don't need to do all of that, because everything is energy. When you speak at somebody, that's energy. When you look at somebody, that's energy. When you focus on somebody, that's energy. When you do spell work towards people, that's energy. Everything that this person was doing or that they did is going to come out, because what they're doing is they are leaking out energy. They magnetize a certain amount of energy, but they couldn't hold, but by them being depressed and worried and stuff like you saw, it caused that energy to demagnetize off of their body, and it's just free floating energy. And now all you got to do is reach out and touch that. Well, for those of you who are clairsentient, you just pick up on it. You know what I'm saying? Those who are clairaudient, you just hear it. You see what I'm saying? Those who are clairvoyant, you see it. The clairgustic, you can taste it. You see what I'm saying? Was that claircognizant? Claircognizant? You can touch it. You can touch that. You physically touch that energetic wave, and that wave expresses, it tells you all the information you need to know. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what spell work they did. I don't know the details of all of that, but for some reason, if there's anybody that's been playing with you, spell work, whatever, the universe is gonna tell you exactly who it is, what their plans are, what they got going on, secrets that they gonna have. It's gonna be bananas, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. So yeah, there's 5 of Wands out here. They don't want to fight. They don't want to entertain the situation no more. It's too much conflict and chaos, and this person don't want to go down for whatever this is that came up. Oh, look at this Ace of Cups in reverse. Yep, this person trying to have a change of heart, or at least they're pretending to have a change of heart, but no, it ain't. This person just don't want to pay for what they did. Yeah. Yeah, this person don't want to pay for what they did. They did something. I don't know. Look, with this Knight of Wands out here, yeah, this person definitely been sleeping with somebody in the church. But I also get a vibe that it has something to do with some money too. There's some money missing in this church somewhere. Yeah, there's some money missing in this church too. Whoever this bishop is, they know where it's at. They don't want to talk about it though, because they scared of what's gonna happen with this 3 of Wands out here in reverse. Remember I told you it's about planning to do something, but not being able to do it. This person is trying to plan a way to get out of this. They get out of this 5 of Wands energy. Trying to plan a way to, make it seem like that, have a change of heart kind of thing. But yeah, they can't do it. They might have a plan, but they can't implement it. What's the point of having a plan you can't implement? With the 2 of Pentacles out here, remember I told you it's about robbing, stealing, and stuff like that to balance out your own it's basically it's the vibe of it's like taking, basically, is the vibe that I get. It has to do with taking money, taking power, taking energy from people. It has to do with taking, because the 2 of Pentacles here has to do with balance. You have your own. In order to balance something, you have to have your own. At least one of those coins got to be yours, and the other one might be somebody else's, but that's balance. That's you trying to balance some stuff out. Now with the 2 of Pentacles here, guess what? That's losing control. This person, they lost control of some kind of conflict that got out of hand, and now they're trying to run away from it. They're trying to run away from whatever they started, whatever this mess, and I've got a vibe, it has to do with these kids. So either one of them kids told, or one of them kids got pregnant or got an STD. I can see this bishop giving one of them kids an STD, and trying to tell them not to say nothing, or even having a priestess do work on this kid to try to keep this kid from talking about the STD that they got. I can see that too. Yeah. It's a whole variety, but this got this person up. Like they ain't get no sleep. None. With the high priestess out here in reverse here, like, they was told to leave the situation a long time ago. They kept being told to leave the situation. Just drop it, let it go, leave it alone, don't get involved, leave it alone. And this person just had to get involved. And when they got involved, I could feel my ancestor come through. When they got involved, guess what? Now they can't leave. Something about his hands. It's something about his hands. Do he got a mark on his hand or something? Maybe a tattoo on his hand or something like that? I don't know. It's something about his left hand. Something about his left hand. I don't know what it is. I'm just being told to say something about his left hand. Something about his left hand. But yeah, his intuition was telling him to leave something alone and to walk away. And he didn't want to leave it alone. He didn't want to leave it alone. He didn't want to walk away from it. Now he's trying to walk away and he can't. He's stuck in whatever this is that he created. Whatever drama he created, that's what he's stuck in. And you know what I'm saying? That's what's keeping him up at night. Now let's see what's going on, cause see what else got going on here. Cause remember I was telling you, I was channeling something about some kids, man. I was channeling something about some kids, like, Let's see what we got. Let me pull on the kids' energy. Let's see what the kids got to say. World card. Queen of Wands. Oh no. Temperance. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me put all the cards out and then I'm gonna read them. Yeah. These are all female cards here. Most of these are female cards. Look at this. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. He couldn't wait for some. It's like he had this impulse, but he couldn't wait. Like I say, you got the World card out here. Just give me the vibe of him starting something with a young girl. This is a young girl here that he was involved with. Yeah. She had it looked like she had some kind of spirit, or there was some kind of spiritual exchange with this girl. It's like he had sex with her and transferred a spirit onto her. And now she all messed up in the head and messed up. Yeah, he did it's some kind of ritual that he did with her. One candle up, one candle down. That's Baphomet. He did some masonry work on her. That's why she all messed up. And now she probably, the vibe that I get from her has to do with a sex demon. And the sex demon basically got her like playing with herself a lot or something like that. And she don't know why. She thinks she just horny all the time. She thinks she just horny. She think that she just, people think she, HOE and all this other stuff. But that's not true. That's a lie. That's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie. That lady did some kind of binding work on her, bound a spirit to her. He had sex with a underage girl, and bound a spirit to her with the World card out here. Keep her from seeing that it's a spirit and keep her from talking about it. Yeah. Or either that or it's a STD. Yeah. Because that's why you got the black vines and stuff connected to her, vaginal area and spreading on down and stuff like that. Whatever it is, it's eating her alive. I heard about that too. I heard about certain Masons that'll go to certain countries and stuff like that to have sex with underage girls and stuff like that, or underage boys and stuff, performing sex rites and stuff like that. So this bishop has been performing sex rites in the church or with church members. I only see 3 male cards out here. 4 male cards out of here. Out of, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of 10 cards, 4 of them are male. 4 of them are male. Look at this. You got the Queen of Wands out here. This witch came out again. This witch came out. This witch had him do that to balance something out in his life. It was to fix something in his life. Yeah. Oh my God. That's why in this, if you look at the pictures, the one eye that's open right here, so you got one eye that's open, and that eye is open here, but it's closed here. It's blind. This eye is blind, and this one is bound shut. This one is fake, and then that one is opened up. There was a transfer of energy. Whoever this bishop is, he's been sleeping with women in the church, transferring energies and stuff to him, and he got help. He got a woman. He got a witch in the church helping him. Yeah. This is a witch that helped him. That is crazy, man. Wow, you go to church to get your soul saved, only to have him put spirits on you or transfer sexual spirits and stuff to underage girls and boys and stuff like that. Yeah, this is a pedophile. Yeah, a pedophile. There's a bishop pedophile in the church. Yeah, I'm gonna call it like I see, a bishop pedophile. And if he get mad, he know where to come. He know who to holler at. He know who to holler at. Yeah. Wow. And it's crazy. Remember I told you I was pulling on this and people leave energy behind? I wonder if this was who was in my energy. It's a bishop that was in my energy, called himself trying to do spell work to try to get me to be quiet about the kids he been sleeping with and stuff like that, and the murder and stuff like that. He probably did give one of them kids a disease and it killed them. And now he trying to play like somebody else gave that disease to that kid to get off with it. Just then, I felt his energy finally release. You hit, you caught. You caught, that's what you did. And now you trying to sleep with somebody else and give them the disease and say that that person gave this girl or this boy that disease that you gave them. You got the moon card in reverse. Yeah. The chariot card out here. And you got the wheel of fortune out here. This person, yeah, man, that's bad. I got my cards overlapping. Hold on. Let me unlap them right quick. I want to make sure I see everything. Wow. That's crazy. I don't even know if the girl noticed she caught something from him. It could, because when it comes to disease, you got bacterial, you got viral, you got fungal, and you got parasitic, okay? Spirits are the same thing, right? They're the same. You have bacterial spirits. Those bacterial spirits, they infect your body and then they, cause disruptions and disease, unrest, and we call it disease and stuff like that, right? But usually it will be like a flu or a cold. That's something you can take communion for and get rid of, right? Then there's the diseases where it's like viral. The reason why viral are harder to get rid of is because they reminiscent of demonic influence. And the reason why is because the demonic influences have a mind of their own. Parasites have a mind of their own. You see what I'm saying? So it's really difficult to get rid of that. Then you have fungal. Fungal, if I'm not mistaken, and don't get me wrong, I don't know everything. I'm just going to be upfront. I don't know everything. So y'all probably know more about fungal than I do. But fungal, it's an infestation, but it's like an organic infestation kind of thing, where it's like a wildflower, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like it doesn't have a mind. It's almost like bacteria, but bacteria is still kind of sentient. This one isn't as sentient, but it just spreads to everything that it touches, basically. And then you got parasitic. Parasitic and viral are almost the same, but parasitic, it definitely has a mind of its own, and it also has a tendency to want to control the host. You see what I'm saying? Viral don't try to control the host. It becomes a host within the host. Now, parasites, they try to become the host. They try to take control over the host. So, yeah, somebody did something really messed up. This bishop slept with a girl and transferred a spirit onto her. You got the moon card here in reverse. You got the chariot card out here, and you got the wheel of fortune here. The vibe I get with the moon card, it has to do with this is coming out. It's like it was a secret, but it's starting to come out because of some kind of conflict. There was some kind of conflict that kicked up, and it caused an accidental leak of information, right? The vibe that I'm getting. There's some kind of accidental leak of information. But also you have the chariot out here, okay? So I wonder if the police was investigating this. Was investigating this girl or investigating this person or, yeah. I wonder if the police is involved in this situation, trying to figure out about this girl. I wonder if he killed this girl, though, to try to keep her quiet. Or if he had somebody do some spell work on her to kill her or something. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see. But yeah, she said whatever happened, it happened really fast. She didn't really even have time to think about it. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't feel right. He must have invited her over and something didn't feel right. But she didn't trust her intuition because he's religious or whatever. And then What's this? The Wheel of Fortune. He tried to pay her off. He tried to buy her silence. It's like he raped her and then tried to pay her like she was a hoe. And ever since after that, she's been dealing with trauma, spiritual trauma. This ain't, you know, because you got the, like I say, it's 4 aspects to this. Everything is earth, air, fire, and water when it comes to the low vibrational realms because of the corners from which it comes from. And true enough, some people might, you know, say, what about quintessence, you know, sun and moon and all that other stuff. But no, essentially it's going to come from either the earth realm, air realm, water realm, or the fire realm, right? Now, when this happened, the spirit that's on her, that he put on her, I don't know, it just give me, I'll have to tap deeper into her energy, but it looked like there was a transfer of a sexual energy, which is usually like a water energy, water and fire, because it affects the will and the thought. I mean, emotions and the thought. So it'd be like air and water. It affect her emotions and her thought. Yeah, this happened real fast. She didn't even have time to think about it. He pretty much just took it from her. He raped her. Essentially. She said when she had sex with him, something felt different, but she didn't realize it. She didn't know what it was. And it was a ritual. And I don't think she knew. He did a ritual on her. Look, you got the two swords out here. Yeah. That has to do with confusion. Ever since he had sex with her, she's been confused. That's why I was telling you. That's why she had those 2 wands up there, one up and one down. That's being in between worlds, in between realms, in between worlds, in between beginning and ending. You know what I'm saying? Ever since they had sex, something in her has been activated. It's something. It was something like, you know what I'm saying? It's something different. Like when you have sex with people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like when you have sex with people, you know when something don't feel right. Don't get me wrong, it might feel good, but it may not feel right sometimes, especially if it's some spiritual connected to it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, because you know how your body react. Yeah, something didn't feel right. She didn't trust her intuition when she slept with this person. Either that or she didn't have time to think about her intuition. She didn't have time. He moved so quick. He was on her so fast. It didn't, you know. And now she's in this confusive state. This is the state that he was in. He passed that spirit on to her, that confusion, you know. Then you got the Queen of Wands out here. This is the Queen of Wands out here. There's, yeah. She's been, okay, so basically, she's been trying to, like, move on from this situation, or she's been trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, like express herself, stuff like that, but for some reason it's blocked. Like she plans on doing stuff, but she never makes it to do what she actually planned to do. That's why you got that 3 of Wands out there, what that binding work was. But also there could be a Queen of Wands in the background, like a somebody who I don't know if the witch had him bind that girl or have sex with her to put a binding spirit on her to bring to the witch as payment for something. And the witch was probably going to harvest off of her energy. You got the 7 of Wands, what is this? 7 of Pentacles? 7 of Pentacles out here? Yeah. Yeah. She was going to make her a spiritual slave where the more she worked, the more the witch get paid. That's what this is about. This is spiritual slavery. He put somebody in his own church in spiritual slavery. He enslaved her. The more she worked, the more energy she generated, you know what I'm saying, it was to pay off, you know, pay this witch. There's a witch doing spell work on her to keep her as a concubine, basically. So she could be selling herself in the church, or he's been having sex with the girls in the church, putting spirits on them and binding them, and then having her, and then trafficking them using a witch. That's contractual magic. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. This is in a church. This make you not want to go to church. You got the seven of pentacles. You got the seven of wands out here. Well, seven of wands out here. Yeah. He been fooling everybody about what he did to her. Yeah. He got everybody fooled. He got everybody fooled. And the way he been doing it is he with the seven of wands, with seven of swords, I heard somebody say blackmail. So basically, if you don't play ball, he get dirt on people and blackmail them. So the witch who doing the work, he probably got some dirt on her and making her and blackmailing her. Either that, or him and the witch are in cohorts, and everybody else that worked for him, he'll threaten to blackmail him. He got documents on a lot of people. They're like about 6 documents. 6 or 7 documents. Now, with this kind of spell work, I'm going to tell you the truth about how to get out of this, especially with this girl. With this girl, 9 times out of 10, it's a contract, okay? So it'll have to be a spell work to break the contract itself. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to be easy because it's a parasitic contract, which means that if you don't do what this person say, there's spirits that are supposed to come and attack you and work on you and ride you and stuff like that to keep you from doing the work. I mean, until you do the work, basically, until you do what they say. And that's why this person got these contracts. So you got options. Either you expose him or you break the contract. The contract is going to be difficult, but exposing him is also going to be equal as difficult because you still got that same problem with this person holding you, basically binding your tongue and keeping you from speaking certain stuff into existence. Or if you plan certain stuff, this person is designed to kick you back down, basically. So that's probably what's been going on. This girl been trying to break this spell off of her, and she been trying to transfer it the same way it was transferred onto her through sex. But she don't know how to break. That's the problem. She don't know how to break it. It seems like no matter what she do, she can't break it. That's because 9 times out of 10, you know what? I really don't want to pull on this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I'm like I say, I'm not here to save nobody at all. But I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say I'm not here to save the people who call themselves trying to do, that kind of work towards people. You know what I'm saying? Because you say what to do kind of thing, they know what to protect from, and then they'll go try. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna leave it up to this person on what needs to be done. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask my ancestors. Let's find out what my ancestors say. Ancestors say 7 of Pentacles in reverse. I mean, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. It says no. I'm thinking no with 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Because 7 of Pentacles in the upright, that's like working hard and stuff like that. That's but you're planting. Oh, so maybe I should. Okay. Because it's basically saying, it's trying to reap it, basically. One side of the card says sow, which means put into it, and the other one says collect. So I'm gonna I ain't gonna put everything out there, but I am, we're gonna see what needs to be done in order to break, what she needs to do to break that. Because there's a contract. Like I said, it's a contract. Whoever he is, he probably even did some kind of blood magic on her, or did some kind of, on her. And now she don't know how to get that spirit off of her. And everybody looking at her like she got a dirty reputation and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that don't feel good. You go to church every day, and, you got people calling you all kind of B's and H's and stuff like that, and talk about, this and that about you and stuff like that. And you just trying to live your life. But in the same breath, the spirit is keeping her from seeing, those insults. So let's see what she needs to do to get that energy off of her. Because what it looked like she was trying to do was trying to transfer it to somebody else, but it looked like she probably even been transferring it to everybody, trying to get it off of her. Yeah. You got the Ace of Wands out here. Oh. Ace of Wands means don't say anything. Okay. Ace of Wands means don't say nothing. Okay. That's all I need to know. Don't do nothing. Don't help. Okay. Well, in that case, I don't know. All right. I love y'all all. Y'all take it easy. By the grace of God, this was not you. Yeah, man. That's wild. Wild world we live in. But that's the reason why a lot of people leave the church and don't go back. Because it's people like this. The church itself is not wrong. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it's two things I'm going to address about the church. First of all, people go to church expecting everybody to be perfect and stuff like that, but that's not true. Church is where sinners go to get their soul saved. So you going to come across other sinners when you go to church, first of all. Okay? You going to come across other sinners. Everybody ain't going to be in a good mood. Everybody got their own sins. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Okay? Now, the second part is that when it comes to the church, it's like everybody's a sinner, but it's really difficult to go when everybody is judging you for your sin. It's kind of like everybody's sin, but everybody's sin is on a scale. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people stop going to church, because sometimes they feel like they're on a certain gradient of that scale. The least sin to the highest sin kind of vibe. But in reality, sin is sin, you know. So until a church make you feel like you just want to go and, you just, want to be around the people and stuff like that, it's really difficult, But church is essential, okay? So for those of you who are in church, stick with it. Keep sticking with it. People going to get on your nerves. They going to say all kind of stuff. They gonna get on your nerves. They gonna say all kind of stuff, and you just ride with it. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. All right. I love y'all. I'll catch up with y'all later. Peace.